Welcome back to another video, and welcome to today's second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Today is Friday, August 7th, and today is the deadline. If there is no stimulus package passed today, the Senate could theoretically just go off on recess and not come back for 31 days until September 8th. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not. But let's address the first stimulus check before I get into the second stimulus check and the stimulus package update for today, Friday, August 7th. So happy Friday. Now, before I get into the second stimulus check, I have some good news in regards to the first stimulus check. Okay, so the IRS said they made a statement that they will begin issuing checks, $500 checks, next week to parents that filed or filled out the non-filer tool before May 17th. Okay, so if you are a parent who did not make enough money in 2018 or 2019 and you use the non-filer tool, chances are you already received your $1,200 stimulus check, your check. But if you did not receive the $500 per dependent and you have children under the age of 17, then the IRS is going to be issuing you a different check. If you received a direct deposit, then on Wednesday, the IRS will issue another direct deposit to your bank account for $500. If you received your stimulus check via mail, such as a paper check or a debit card, then the IRS will issue you a paper check or a debit card again for the additional $500. And that's $500 per dependent. So if you have, let's say, 2 kids, they'll issue you $1,000, right? And for the paper checks and the debit cards, those will come on Friday. That's when they will be sending those out, okay? And so there, I guess, are millions of dollars that people did not receive simply because the IRS overlooked this small little factor, right? That some people that do fill out the non-filer tool, it's not because they're on Social Security or they're older and don't have any dependents. It's because, okay, they are younger, they have been out of work, whatever the reason is, and so they just didn't have that income to actually file. So the IRS is going to fix this. So good job, IRS. We did something right there. Now, what you need to understand was with the possibility of a second stimulus check maybe never happening, or it might take weeks or even months to come to fruition, what you need to understand is it is a good thing that the IRS is finally stepping up and sending out these payments, because this additional couple $1 million or whatever the number totals out to be, this is going to be huge for the American family. Okay, now currently the second stimulus check is waiting to be passed. It's still sitting there. It's still a $1,200 stimulus check to all filers and their spouses. It's a $500 stimulus check to all dependents, no matter the age. And no, if you have any back child support, the amount of money that you receive for your stimulus check would go to cover the back child support first, and then any additional amount would come through to you. As regards to Social Security, people on SSI, SSDI, VA, railroad, okay, if your income is currently under $75,000 as an individual per year, or $150,000 as a filer with a spouse, so married filing jointly, then you would receive your stimulus check, your second stimulus check, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're on Social Security or not, you will still receive it, all right? Now, here's the problem with the second stimulus check, is currently the Democrats are at $3 trillion and counting. It's going up. The amount has been going up. We don't know why, but the amount has been going up, okay? Republicans are at $1 trillion, and their figure has actually been going up as well. So as Republicans are ramping up their offer, Democrats are raising their bar, okay? So as to why, again, we don't know yet, but they are. I'll address that in a little bit. But as of right now, here's what you need to understand. Stimulus checks are going to cost, let's say, $300 billion. I believe the factor is anywhere, or the number is anywhere from like $300 to $400 billion for stimulus checks. Okay, so $300 to $400 billion. That's almost half of what Republicans are even offering. Here's the other problem: is school funding is going to be $105 billion. Okay, so that puts us close to half of what Republicans are even offering. Here's the problem: if this bill does not pass, if there's no second stimulus check, if there's no school funding, if there's no state and local government funding, here's the problem. What's going to happen is, as no schools receive funding from the federal government, chances are, and this can happen with there's no state and local government funding as well, is your property taxes are probably going to go up. So here's the big issue. If there's no bill passed, not only will you miss out on the second stimulus check, the additional unemployment boost if you are currently on unemployment, and chances are your county will probably increase your property taxes for the year. It won't happen this year, but just know it will probably happen to make up this lack of funding, okay? So just keep that in mind, that if this bill does not pass, you will be hurt in more ways than just one, right? So let's get into the stimulus package update for today, August 7th. Again, it is a Friday. Happy Friday. But right now, as of yesterday, last night, or earlier in the evening yesterday, okay, the White House again proposed a scaled down package that included stimulus checks, unemployment boost, school funding, and I don't think there's anything for state and local governments, but there was an eviction ban extension. That again was rejected by Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats, okay? So as of right now, they do not want a scaled down bill. They want a full bill. They want it at $3 trillion or more, and they will not negotiate from there. And right now, the Republicans are not in a position where they can really negotiate. Right now, the Democrats hold all the power. They have the leverage, and if they don't do something, when I say they, if the Republicans do not do something, you can almost guarantee they will not win the Senate next year. Come election time, there will not be more Republicans in the Senate than Democrats. So that means Democrats are going to hold the House, they will hold the Senate, and chances are, as of right now, reading a lot of your comments, you will not vote for a Republican, which means you will not vote for Donald Trump. Okay, President Trump, current standing president. You will not vote for him. This will be his last few months. And then you will probably vote for Biden, which means Democrats will hold the House, the Senate, and the office. That will be big, right? Also, what we know right now is Mark Meadows, the chief of staff from the White House, stated the two parties are trillions of dollars apart. And this is something I mentioned in yesterday's video. I want to reiterate this because this is huge. We know that the Republicans are at $1 trillion. We now know that the Democrats are at $3 trillion and counting. It keeps going up. And again, we don't know why, but it is. And he said they're trillions of dollars apart. So talks continued late last night. As of right now, there's no update as to what was talked about, what was said. But there's also a possibility of no negotiations happening today. So as of late last night, all we know is that Steve Mnuchin and Mark Meadows were going to have a meeting with President Trump sometime this morning to fill him in and update him as to if there's going to be negotiations today, or if Nancy Pelosi, Charles Schumer have pretty much gone away for the weekend and they'll pick up again hopefully on Monday. So again, we'll know more today about that. And if there's something big, I'll do another update later on today. If not, I'll do an update tomorrow morning. Also, Mark Meadows said yesterday, and this is huge, that without a top line number, these negotiations become, there's little incentive to have further conversations through negotiations. So simply put, he's kind of throwing in the towel, saying if there's no top line number, if you don't give us this is your bottom line number, this is what you are willing to agree on. Speaking to Nancy Pelosi and Charles Schumer and the Democrats, then there's no point to continue to negotiate if we can't set a number. So he's saying, don't worry about what you want to put in the bill. Don't worry about that. All we need to know is, what is the bottom number, the least amount you are willing to accept? Is it $1.5 trillion? Is it $2 trillion? Is it $3 trillion? What is it? What is your bottom number? And Nancy Pelosi has continued to state it is $3.4 trillion. That's where they want to be. That's where they will accept a deal as of right now. And as of lately, she has no reason to try to negotiate. Again, Republicans, they have everything to lose. Democrats, they have everything to gain. So what Mark Meadows also stated is that, again, the Democrats, their number was $3 trillion, but somehow it keeps going up. Republicans, their number was at $1 trillion, and again, their number has been going up. They are giving concessions to Democrats, saying, okay, we'll give you this. We'll give you an extra $5 billion for school funding. We'll give you, we will give you some state and local government funding. We'll do this and that. And Republicans are starting to back down on their hard stances of no, no, no. But the problem is Democrats aren't willing to come down and meet them in the middle. So again, this is both good and bad news. And if you didn't see my video from yesterday, go and watch it. I'll link to it down in the description box below, and that will fill you in as to what I mean by good and bad news as far as Nancy Pelosi, Charles Schumer, and the entire Democrats standing firm on their $3 trillion package. Now, Mitch McConnell stated that he will stay in Washington, D.C. as long as Democrats show a willingness to negotiate. But he also stated that he will adjourn the entire Senate if it's clear Democrats won't cut a deal. So he's pretty much saying that he will keep senators in Washington, D.C., although he's already stated that he will let them go. He will let them go back to their home states. And once a deal is reached and it comes time to actually pass this and vote, then they will have 24 hours to come back to Capitol Hill. But as of right now, he's saying both he's going to let them go and both he will keep them there so that they can work out a deal. So we'll see what happens. Now, here's what we know as of today. Again, today is Friday, August 7th. Again, happy Friday. Hopefully you will have a great weekend. But as of right now, what we know is Trump can't do an executive order and move enough money around to pass any unemployment boost. Nancy Pelosi stated this yesterday as well, that all Trump can do right now is do an executive order and extend the eviction moratorium. That's all he can do. He can try to do unemployment, but the problem is he can't move enough money around. There's not enough money to be moved they will allow him to move that will go towards unemployment and be able to fund the entire thing. So because of that, she's not too worried about him doing an executive order, which also means he's probably not going to do it. And if he does, all it's going to have is the eviction ban extension, which Nancy Pelosi has already stated that would be a good thing. He should do it. Also, what we know today is Nancy Pelosi is not backing down from her stance of $600 per week for the unemployment boost. She is standing firm on $600. Republicans have, I guess, offered multiple different packages. One of them, I think, was $400, and she rejected that one as well. Also, the deal breaker for both parties right now, and we've known this for a while, is the funding for state and local governments. That's the problem. That's the issue. Currently, Republicans want it to be at $0. However, they're willing to go up a little bit higher. As to what the figure is, we don't know that yet. And as far as Democrats, they want it to be at $900 billion for state and local government funding. So if there's not a middle ground, which I don't think there is, Republicans, they will go up a little bit. And Democrats, I think they are set at $900 billion. So again, it's one of those things, one of those issues that is going to be tough to negotiate and to come to some middle ground on, is what Mark Meadows is stating. Also, the number of people losing their jobs lately for good has been increasing. Simply put, the people that have been furloughed have now been fired. That is a problem. That is a big issue. And that is one of the reasons why I continue to put out more and more videos on different ways for you to make money online. Just last night, I put out a video that show you how to make $100 per day on YouTube without making videos, okay? So you don't have to be on camera like I am right now, and you can continue to make over $100 per day from YouTube alone. So if you want to know how to do that, I will link to that video down in the description box below as well. So make sure you go and check that out. The last thing I just want to say is thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for always liking my stimulus check update videos and stimulus package videos. Again, if you have questions, you want me to answer a specific question on one of my videos, all you got to do is ask the question down in the comment section below. I'll get to it as soon as possible, and hopefully I'll create a completely new video around that exact topic. So if you can do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Last thing I just want to say is tomorrow I will do probably 2 new videos, one on the stimulus check update. Second one I will do on how to make money online for beginners. So if you are new, what I want you to do right now, first, smash that thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss any more of my new videos. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.